How many times have you been told you're not good enough, that your dreams are too big, or that you'll never make it? Why do people doubt you? Why? Do they want to keep you in the same place? Here's something they won't tell you. You don't need them. You don't need their approval. You don't need their support. What you need is the courage to keep going when they say you can't. Because trust me, they will. They'll try to hold you back. They'll try to tear you down. And when they do, you have to ask yourself, what if their doubts were the push you needed? What if their disbelief is exactly what you need to fuel your success? What if everything they say you can't do is just the beginning of proving them wrong? You might think you need their validation, but the truth is, you don't. You just need to believe in yourself. In the next part, we're going to explore how to turn their doubts into your motivation. Stick with me, because what's coming next will change how you see every obstacle standing in your way. Are you ready to transform their doubts into your strength? Let's dive in. We've all been there. Someone tells you that your goals are unrealistic or that you're wasting your time. They might say it out of concern, or maybe it's just their own fear speaking. But it stings. Every word chips away at your confidence, making you question whether your dreams are worth fighting for. But what if the real problem isn't them? What if the problem is you and the way you allow their doubt to shape your reality? When you let others' opinions influence your path, you stop believing in your own ability to create change. You start asking, am I really capable of this? You begin second-guessing yourself and doubting every step you take. And slowly, you stop moving forward. The noise from the outside world drowns out the quiet voice inside you that tells you to keep pushing. That voice of doubt isn't just there. It becomes yours. The real battle, the real conflict, happens in your mind. It's easy to listen to the negativity around you. It's easy to fold under the weight of their doubt, because it's all you hear. But here's the truth. Those doubts are the greatest test you'll face. How many times have you been told to give up? How many times has someone said, it's too hard, or you'll never succeed? It's in those moments when the world seems to be against you that you need to dig deep and ask, why does that doubt matter so much? This is where the real conflict lies, between what the world tells you and what you tell yourself. When you allow their voices to become your own, you hand over the power you've always had. You give away your strength, your confidence, and your ability to decide your future. That's the enemy, not them, not the doubts. The enemy is your own willingness to believe those doubts are true. Now take a moment to think about the people who have doubted you in the past. What did they know about your journey? What did they know about your heart, your drive, and your ability to adapt and overcome? Nothing. They only see a small piece of the puzzle, the piece they can criticize, the piece they can point out and say, you'll never be able to make that fit. But they don't see the bigger picture. They don't see the strength in your struggle, the lessons in your failures, or the fire in your heart that refuses to go out. In every success story, in every triumph, there's a moment where the person had to choose to listen to the world or to ignore it and trust themselves. This is your moment. But here's where the twist happens. You have to choose it over and over again. Every day, the world will throw new doubts your way. There will always be someone, somewhere, ready to tear you down or tell you it can't be done. You will face setbacks, disappointments, and failures. And in those moments, it will feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. But what you need to realize is that those moments are your chance to prove them wrong. So what happens when you stop listening to the world? What happens when you ignore their doubts and start moving forward despite everything they say? You will feel the resistance. It will be uncomfortable. You'll fight with every ounce of your being to keep going. But here's where it gets powerful. The harder the struggle, the greater the reward. This is the battle. You will fight your own mind, the world's negativity, and the voices that want to hold you back. And in the end, you will rise stronger, wiser, and more capable than ever before. It's the conflict that makes you unstoppable. The conflict that leads to your transformation. The turning point arrives when you can no longer ignore the voices inside your head. the same voices that have echoed the doubts of others for so long. And one day, something shifts. You stop hearing their doubts as obstacles. You start hearing them as challenges. Those voices that once held you back now become the fuel that drives you forward. What happens when you truly believe that their doubt is not a reflection of your potential, but a reflection of their own limitations? When you realize that the only reason they try to bring you down is because they've never seen someone like you rise to the occasion. You suddenly begin to see everything differently. The world's doubt has always been there, but now you understand its true power. It's not meant to break you. It's meant to break the version of you that needs others to believe in you. What if this entire time you've been waiting for their approval, when the only approval you really need is from yourself? The moment you stop chasing their validation is the moment your true power is unlocked. It's no longer about proving them wrong. It's about proving to yourself that you are enough without them. This is the revelation. Their doubt is not a curse. It's a gift. Every time they said you couldn't, it was just the universe telling you to keep going, to dig deeper, to find your true potential. And that's when things change. You no longer walk through life with a weight on your shoulders. The pressure of expectations, of trying to meet someone else's standards, starts to fade away. You're free. You begin to realize that everything you need to succeed has always been within you. Their doubt never had the power to determine your future. Only you do. This is the moment when you tap into the version of yourself that you've always been meant to be. You are no longer afraid of the struggle or the setbacks, because now you know that the fight isn't about them. It's about you becoming the best version of yourself. Every doubt they throw at you, every obstacle they put on your path, is just another test to see how badly you want it. And once you accept that, you become unstoppable. You look back at everything you've been through, the pain, the rejection, the failure, and you see it for what it really is, the foundation of your success. You see how those moments have shaped you, have strengthened you, have made you into someone who refuses to be defined by other people's limits. And that's when you realize something profound. The doubts that once crippled you were never the problem. It was your belief in them that held you back. Now you've broken free. You've let go of the need for approval. And when you finally see yourself as the powerful, capable person you've always been, you understand something else. The only person who ever needed to believe in you was you. Now that you've broken free from the weight of their doubts, you stand in a place of true empowerment. You realize that their opinions no longer have any control over you. The world's skepticism, it no longer matters. What matters is the unshakable belief you now have in yourself. You have fought the battle against the doubt, both external and internal, and emerged stronger, more determined, and ready to conquer whatever comes next. This is where your true power lies, in the unwavering belief that you are enough. You no longer need validation from anyone, because you have learned to validate yourself. You've learned that your dreams are not dependent on other people's approval. They are yours to chase, and yours alone. The doubts that once seemed like insurmountable obstacles now appear as stepping stones, each one bringing you closer to the person you were always meant to become. You understand that failure is not a reflection of your worth, but a necessary part of growth. Every mistake, every setback is now a lesson, one that makes you wiser, more resilient, and better equipped for the challenges ahead. You've learned that success doesn't come from avoiding doubt or rejection. It comes from embracing it, using it as fuel to move forward. The fear of failure, it's no longer something that holds you back. It's something that propels you forward, because you know that with every failure comes an opportunity to rise again, stronger than before. Now, with your newfound strength and perspective, you are ready to take on the world. You are ready to achieve things that others thought impossible. And most importantly, you're ready to prove to yourself that the only person you ever needed to believe in you was you. So what are you waiting for? It's time to stop asking for permission and start demanding your place in this world. The doubts, the fear, the negativity, they no longer have any hold on you. You've realized that their opinions were never a reflection of your potential, but a challenge to push you further. Now, it's your turn to rise. It's time to silence the doubters, including the ones in your own mind, and step into the greatness that you've always had within you. Take the next step, no matter how big or small. Every move you make from here forward is a step toward proving to yourself that you are capable of achieving whatever you set your mind to. If this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Leave a comment and let me know how you plan to turn doubt into motivation. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful content like this. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,